Hey, what's up guys, Lyndon here, and today I just want to have a short discussion as it relates to your buyer's journey and why it's so important that you understand what that is, because a lot of the times we are very seller focused, right? Now there's a stat that Forrester Research put out not too long ago that says 57% of the decision making process, or the decision, is actually already made before the customer makes a phone call. 57%. So before they even call to say this is what I want, they're already going through the process of identifying who is it that what is it that they want, identifying also as to whether it's important for them to get now, and then saying, okay, who are the people that we want to actually go and do that from? Now, where is your people? Where is your organization as it relates to that? Like, how is it that you are ready or positioning yourself to be one of the three? Because you know sometimes companies like three quotes that they are definitely going to call, and then sometimes if it is that you are shortlisted into the three, are you number one out of the three? To see, the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of the times we have not been paying attention to the journey, the psychological process that goes through when a customer is making a decision. You see, it really starts off with a need, and once the customer equates as to whether that need is something I have to get now, then they move forward in terms of doing what we will call research. While they're doing the research, their research is really going through a series of checklists as, okay, what is it I need in this new piece of equipment, or software solution, or whatever it is. How is it going to get me, not just to fix my immediate problem, but I don't want to have to come back and look for this in the next 2 or 3 years, right? How is that being communicated, especially if they have to research that for themselves? Now that I've identified, okay, these are the few vendors that's doing it, they now have to make their call. How well is your sales team ready to engage? And if it is that the sales team is actually engaged, is the sales team starting from the beginning of the process when the customer is already in the middle? Because that's going to just be wasting the customer's time, right? So, and then of course, let's go further into the area of commitment. How do we move into identifying that the customer is really serious? When is it that they're actually ready? You've qualified them properly, because sometimes you have customers, they know that they need to get something, but they may make a decision on the wrong piece of equipment, right? Or they may leave out a particular spec. But how does your team engage and then move the customer towards committing? Notice I'm not talking about closing here. Closing is a battle. We're talking about commitment to say, this is what I'm going to give you, this is how we're going to help, but you need this piece of equipment or this solution to do it, because the organization is the solution provider. And then of course, at the end of it, how are you working with the customer to both measure their level of success, customer success that is, not just as to how satisfied they are, because you are offering a solution, you're solving a problem, or you're helping the customer stay ahead so that they don't get anxiety from falling behind, especially for those customers who are ahead of the game. The reason why I'm stressing on this, guys, is because that in itself is a buyer's journey, and a lot of the times our selling process does not match the buyer's journey, because we sell very differently to how the customer buys. And if you look at yourself as a consumer, you could come up with instances where things weren't aligned properly, right? So if you want to get more information on this, I've actually written a blog on it, then the link is actually going to be at the bottom of this post, that I really want you all to take or pay some attention to, as it talks about how to create the alignment between the buyer and the seller, so that your people, our salespeople, our goodly salespeople, are aligning and running in parallel with where the customer is and helping them fine-tune things along the way. That's the best way to sell, and it's the best way to grow a business. All right, guys? Peace.